Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. The three, steps back, crossover, puts up a three. Rebound James. Seconds. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again. The Cavaliers are NBA champions.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Well, to put in context, there's 3 minutes to go in the game. We're already recording.
Hey, we needed a night like this where
we did
a blowout win. Just get it over with. Get some rest on some guys that got some miles on them.
And we got some things to talk about outside the game tonight too.
We do.
Yeah, big things popping, little things stopping. So welcome to another edition of the Block the Shot to Stop, our Cleveland Cavaliers podcast brought to you by the Blue Wire Podcast Network. I'm Tim Daniel. He's Skylar Webker. Kevin Lynch is again off tonight as he's on the voyage of moving from Tennessee to Illinois. It's a process. So Skylar and I, back-to-back nights. As you know, we were here last night to discuss the game against the Celtics, which did not go the Cavs' way. But tonight, very much went the Cavs' way. At the moment, with 3 minutes to go, they're winning 124-93 against the New Orleans Pelicans. Both teams were down a lot of players in this game to injury. The biggest thing I want to make sure I point out is that Elfrid Payton signed with the Pelicans today, Skylar, and started for them. So he's already been with the Pelicans in the past. But
right, but there's still a wild, like, hey, sign today, get to Cleveland, and you're starting.
And you're playing, yeah. Not only you're playing, you're starting. But yeah, they were down. Obviously, CJ McCollum, Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, DeJounte Murray. God, a lot of people. And the Cavs were down Sam Merrill, Isaac Okoro, Darius Garland, LeVert, and
Dean Wade.
And of course the usual Max Strus, which they haven't had at all yet this season. So yeah, it was about a skeleton crew on both sides, but the Cavs, quote unquote skeleton crew, put the work on it. And we're going to start this show with one person and one person only. The person that matters the most in this game, who took full advantage. And for you, I'm really sorry you played me in fantasy this week and I picked him up today. TJ Maxx himself.
Damn it. You did pick up Jerome.
Yes, I did. Right before the game, when I saw that Garland was out, I went in real quick and made the move. But Jerome tonight, so he had 29 points overall, but 27 in the first quarter, where he was 27 in the first half, where he was 7 of 10 from 3 in the first half and basically put the game away immediately.
Yeah. I mean, they said it on the broadcast that he career high in threes, career high up and down the board for him. He was shooting from the logo. I mean, woo.
He was on.
That was awesome.
Sure. Yeah. But just like, and the crowd was getting into it too, like they normally do at the Rock. But they were literally like, every time he got the ball across the timeline, they were like, "Put it up, shoot it." And it was awesome, man. Just a great game for him. To 29 points overall, like I said, just was unconscious. And it's a guy who we've talked about a lot this year already. Obviously, we have been working on getting him the nickname TJ Maxx. I think it's starting to stick. It feels like it's starting to stick. And
we gotta go update his basketball reference page.
Yeah, we do.
Right now it says is milk.
Yeah, I forgot about that. And he was like, No, it's not. That's not it. But just an awesome night for him, man. And, he's the story of the game. And we'll get to Jaylon Tyson here in a second, who got his first start and how great that was for him. But on a night like tonight where Jerome, where we were talking about, Caris LeVert's for sure got to be the leading candidate for 6th man of the year. The Cavs could potentially have 2 of the top 3 or 4 guys that are candidates for 6th man of the year right now.
For real. I think me and Kevin talked about it on Sunday's game where, we thought, Caris LeVert, our 6th man of the year, he's the perfect 6-man guy. I think Jerome's given a run for the money on that.
He is, man.
He's affecting the game in such a positive way, whether it's his shooting or facilitating or just, being a gritty player and getting in there and playing hard and really being the Charlie Hustle of the team.
Yeah, except for he's talented.
Even in afterlife, you gotta give him.
Look, you can see behind me. I mean, I am literally the lone person in the world who covers the Cincinnati and a Cleveland team, so I can say that. But I think it was destiny that tied Jerome. We haven't talked about this at all, by the way, throughout the season. It was destiny that tied Jerome to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not just the fact that Kenny Atkinson had him in Golden State, but also he went to Virginia, won a national title there. Do you know what Virginia's mascot is, Skylar?
The Cavaliers.
The Cavaliers. He was destined to be a Cleveland Cavalier. What up, Devin? Thanks for hanging out tonight. Good to see you. And he just did another moment in Cavs. His Cavs legacy is going on. And I already see some people out there on the socials talking about, well, we're not going to be able to afford him next year. This is what Kevin and I were talking about. Do not doom and gloom on this team, all right? They've won 16 of their first 17 games. And Ty Jerome, who no one really thought about, has been this amazing story for them. I like the Eminem reference, by the way, Devin. So enjoy this. Let's not worry about what's going to happen in the future. Live in the moment. They're 16-1. Even with the loss of the Celtics yesterday, they still have a couple games ahead on them. And he's the best contract in basketball. We've talked about this all week, and he continues to prove it.
Yeah, I mean, Sydney put in the comments here too. I mean, Steele on them being on a minimum. But why are people talking online about affording him next year? He's under team control already next year.
Yeah.
He signed a 2-year deal.
So, and you think Kenny Atkinson's going to let that guy leave? He made sure he stayed in Cleveland for a reason when he got the job.
Right.
I mean,
yeah,
he knew. But TJ Maxx, a fantastic game, just an unbelievable performance, man. So I am super stoked, and I'm glad he's on our team.
Absolutely. I'm so I've put it on our X account. Like, I'm glad that he plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers because if you were on the opposing end of TJ Maxx, you would be so annoyed with that guy. You'd be like, this guy doesn't miss. He's always bugging around. Like, he would be such an annoying player to be against.
Yeah, he's got some like Bob Sura vibes for like the Cavs fans of the past. Like, he's got those vibes going.
That's such a deep cut.
Is it though?
Yes, I mean, Bob Sura. Are you kidding me? That's
he's kind of like
deep cut.
He's kind of like lives in Cavs lore. Like, I don't think that's too deep, is it?
I mean, it's not like
you make me feel like I'm trying to be the I'm smarter than you guy.
It's not like
not my intent.
The Mark Price of everybody knows Mark Price. If you said Bob Sura to anybody born after 2000, that's a Cavs fan. They would look at you and go, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's 100% fair. I'm showing my fact I'm in my mid 30s. So Sidney did confirm, actually, he is a free agent after this year, but I think he will be a Cav in 25-26. And let's not worry about it. Let's just enjoy what's going on right now and live it up. For us, we got a few days off after this.
I know, 1 game in 6 days.
Woo. So we're going to enjoy it as well. But let's get to Jaylon Tyson. First start of his NBA career tonight. You text me probably about a half hour before the game that this was going to be happening. And honestly, I get it. I just got a text from my buddy. It says, F it, I'm getting a TJ Maxx jersey.
Nice.
It's sticking.
It'd be great if they started selling them at TJ Maxx.
Yeah, for sure. Well, if he ends up leaving, they probably will. So Skylar, 37 minutes tonight for Jaylon Tyson. One of the few guys to play over 35 minutes this year. 16 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 7 of 12 from the floor tonight, and only 1 turnover. Was a plus 20. Now, albeit, I know the preference is going to be, well, they played a skeleton crew for the Pelicans. You are correct. But also, for a kid who has not had a whole lot of minutes so far, to go out there, play the most minutes of his career by a long shot. I'm going to get into a rookie career thing here in a second, by the way. I want to make sure I mention. It has to do with what I saw from Dalton Connect yesterday. But I just want to make sure I mention that this kid, the reason he was drafted was because he was a Swiss Army knife. He wasn't great at anything. He was good at everything. And that's who he was in California. That's who he was in college in general. I forgot who he played with before that. I'm sure Sydney will give us the update here. I don't have the time to look it up real quick. So Sydney, if you can get that for me, I'd appreciate it. I want to say New Mexico. I'm totally wrong there. But for him to kind of have his first start, get his first, like, extremely more amount of minutes he's had before, and just show out, kudos, man. He got to be the halftime interview with Serena. What a night. What a night.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't matter if it's a skeleton crew. Like, these are NBA players.
Correct.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's on the other end of the floor. So I think he really took advantage of this opportunity to show that he can be that 9th, 10th guy for us. You know, being plus 20 and playing 37 minutes, and we listed off the stats, but he just played so hard, and that's what I like. I like guys that like TJ Maxx, like Tyson, that just play hard.
Thank you, Sydney. Texas Tech, then Cal. Okay, so I knew it was South. I just was not South enough. But yeah, man. I mean, just an awesome night for him. I really think that as the season goes on, he is going to play a part on this team. I don't know if he's going to crack the rotation come the postseason, but I think his skill level is just too much. And you hear all the time about how hard he works. Donovan Mitchell has to kick him out of the practice facility. There's just say, like, go home, relax. And just seeing what he did tonight was awesome. I'm so happy for him. I don't think it's going to be long before we're talking about him being a big part of this team.
I hope so. He just brings that energy. You love to see it. Same thing with Craig Porter last year. Like, when he was
big Craig Porter guy.
Yeah, when he was getting regular minutes, we all loved the hustle. We all loved the playing hard-nosed basketball, which is something that I think basketball fans enjoy, but specifically Cleveland fans enjoy, is just hard-nosed athletes. You know, I couldn't imagine like a situation what's going on in Philly happening in Cleveland. There might be a mutiny.
Nope. So kind of talk about some of the other guys real quick. George again, 20 points again off the bench. Just another awesome game for him. Got into a Jamal Cain there for a second.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. That was pretty wild.
In a blowout game, you guys are going to get into a scuffle?
Bro. I mean, absolutely.
Hey, I mean, it's good to show that he's not backing down about anything.
Yeah, and that's who George is, right? That's why you go get a guy like that. Sorry,
Bulldog
with my
probably it's stature and attitude.
For sure. Evan Mobley tonight didn't have to do a whole lot. 9 and 7 with 3 blocks. Donovan Mitchell didn't have to do a whole lot tonight. 10-2, 2 and 2. So I missed both my bets tonight, but it was for good reason.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, like, I would rather they blow somebody out and then the guys get the rest. Tristan Thompson tonight, 8 points, 9 rebounds in 21 minutes.
That's going to be a season high.
Can we talk about my dog, JT Thor, for a second?
Yes.
Bro, 12 minutes. Great. He came when the game was over.
Yeah.
But I've been a JT Thor believer for a long time, guys. Like, since the Hornets drafted him late in the first round, I've liked him. I liked him at Auburn. I was like, this guy's going to be a really good NBA player. And so far, he's kind of bounced around a little bit, done a lot of time in the G League. But this past Olympics, he got to play for South Sudan and got that experience. And I know he's on a 2-way with this Cavs team right now, but really, really good tonight. And I know, like I said, he's playing later in the game's kind of out of hand, but took full advantage, was really, really active defensively, and that's what I like the most. Don't worry, Sydney. You know we're going to talk about Luke Travers here in a minute. The mullet, the Australian mullet. It was fantastic. But JT Thor getting his shot to do his thing and taking full advantage of it, you love to see it.
I love to see it. I loved him in the preseason. That's really kind of where I got to watch him as much as I could. And I personally like him higher in the rotation than Tristan Thompson, just because he's so much younger and much more athletic. Where Tristan Thompson was phenomenal in his first stint here. Yeah. But yeah, getting a little long in the tooth. But he's a great clubhouse guy from what everybody says.
Yeah, this is the role he needs to be in with this team. And he could probably Udonis Haslem this role, realistically. He could be here forever. And that's fine. By the way, highest live audience we've ever had. So, hey guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. If you want to get involved in the chat, just send us your comments. We're happy to talk about anything you guys want to talk about. And we're going to get to Luke Travers here, obviously. The Australian sensation, the mullet, you name it, the stash. Looks like what's his face from season 2 of Stranger Things? Max's older brother.
I didn't watch Stranger Things.
What?
I'm late on that. I didn't watch it.
My dog. Oh man. All right. So he was Billy in the Power Rangers movie is the guy I'm thinking of. I just can't think of his name at the moment. Yeah. But Luke Travers tonight got some minutes in the first half at that. Got some buckets. What's up, Yumano? How we doing? Thanks for coming to hang out with us tonight. That's right. Cavs are 16-1. We love to see it. 30 minutes tonight for Luke Travers. And I mean, I know that the stats aren't the best for as far as his shooting, but I don't care because I just wanted to see him throw some stuff up.
Yeah. I mean, even the stats aren't there, but he still has a positive plus minus. So he still had a positive effect on the game.
Right.
That's I guess to me, that's the most important stat when looking through the box scores is who had a positive impact on the game. I want to give him a nickname. To me, he's just the Tasmanian Devil.
I like it.
He just has the scraggly hair and runs all over the floor. He's real lengthy. I don't know. I like it.
I love it. Yumano asks, what the hell are we gonna do without Cavs games for days? We're gonna catch up on some sleep. I don't know about you all, but we're gonna
family time. We got wives and kids.
Yeah, that's right. Funny story. So I went and checked on the nanny cam on Iris before we started recording. She was literally sleeping standing on the side of her bed, like where like her feet were on the ground. She was just rolled over the side of her mattress. That's how she was sleeping.
We don't have that. Thankfully, we have a great sleeper. From the time we brought him home, he sleeps.
I'm jealous, man. We got JB in the house. Give me to 11 days from now so we repay Boston with an L. I'm all for it. JB, it's good to see you, my old friend. I'm so happy you get your stop by to hang out. He was the one that texted me and said he was getting a TJ Maxx jersey. So
I would love it. Please get a custom Cavs jersey and have the back say TJ Maxx.
Could they get sued for that? Do you think? I don't know.
I mean, no, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But
spell it with 1 X and then or 3 X's.
Find a way. We'll take it. Want to make sure I mention, even though Donovan Mitchell didn't have to do much tonight, only played 20 minutes, did hit 12K for his career in scoring. So he's now only 28,000 behind LeBron. So, just keep aiming and anything's possible. But, I
have a question with with Mitchell. Do the Cavs 20 years from now, do the Cavs retire Donovan Mitchell jersey?
Yes.
I also think so, but I didn't know if that was going to be too hot takey or if people were going to be like,
I'll one up you. I legitimately think you can already make the case he's the second greatest Cavalier of all time.
Ooh, behind Kyrie though?
Yeah.
Really?
I think he is a better scorer than Kyrie. He's not a better ball handler than Kyrie, but
that's pretty hard to get to,
right.
Period.
Yeah. Maybe he has to get a title before everyone agrees with me. But I think skill wise and like the height of his talent, I would probably take him. And I love Kyrie as a basketball player, so I'm not trying to knock Kyrie by any means. But okay, I'll at least say top 5.
Yeah, I'll give
Mark
you top
Price,
3.
Kyrie, LeBron, Brad. There's a lot of names you can throw there. By the way, Brad's been really good on the broadcast.
He has been good.
I know we've talked about that a little bit, but Sidney says retire Tristan Thompson's jersey if he's Udonis the rest of his career. I agree.
Yeah, I don't know if he has the counting stats, but he would have definitely the service time.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think we can move on from this game without mentioning that Jared Allen also in limited time was really good tonight, 16, 11, and 4 with a block and did not miss a shot. 7 of 7 from the floor, and 2 of 2 from the line. For a guy that a lot of people were wondering, should they split up him and Mobley this offseason? He has been tremendous. I'm going to make sure to make mention here real quick. Umano says, I like Jaylon Tyson to take advantage of his floor. First start and first double-double. Yeah, we talked about that a minute ago. On the verge of a triple-double, a few more assists. Mitchell knocks in a couple more shots. We're talking about a pretty historic first start of your career, and I like that kid a lot. He's hard-nosed. He plays tough, just like we talked about. So I like it, man. Yeah, dude. So 16-1 feels really good. This team got a nice breather tonight. And I thought the best thing that I really enjoyed, and I've talked about this a little bit, is just like you can tell how much these guys really enjoy playing together and how much they really like want each other to succeed. And I really like that. And tonight, as Ty Jerome's going bananas, Donovan Mitchell's on the sideline, and him and Isaac Okoro are just like flabbergasted by everything going on. And it's so fun to watch. It's just so enjoyable to watch those guys just all root for each other.
It is so enjoyable. Like, I don't know. Basketball became such a star-driven offense and star-driven everything, where now it feels very much team-driven. The team-driven success, everybody's contributing at a team level, and that feels so good to have and to watch and to experience these other guys just having fun, winning as a team.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, Sydney, I enjoyed G-Wagon. I was getting in a fight. Me too. That was fun. But all right, man. Any final thoughts on this game before we kind of move on to some of the other conversation?
It's good to get them blowout wins again. I'll close it with that. Having those tight games feels good to get some blowout wins.
It was a nice get right game. And you sweep the Pelicans for the season. You got both games against them. So yeah, it's nice, man. No matter who it is, to get to kind of own a team through the year, you absolutely want that, and it looks great for your record. So let's get to a couple things here, man, because I know they got the Raptors on Sunday, so we have a couple days off. I don't really have a whole lot to add to this game that's any different. They look exactly like the Raptors that they played the first game of the season. Probably down more guys. Obviously, Scotty Barnes is down. This game's in Cleveland. I suspect 17-1 is going to happen. So I don't think we got to do too deep of a dive there.
Yeah, their season's not going the way that they intended.
They're in the Cooper flag sweepstakes, for sure.
Maybe it is going the way that they intended.
It is, yes.
So for a rebuilding team, you feel good about your chances, especially a weekend game in the Rock. You feel pretty good about your chances.
Yeah, though they definitely won. I think the Cavs are a close second, but I think the Raptors won the City Jersey of the Year.
Yeah, theirs are so sick.
Yeah,
I feel like them and Utah usually have like really good color schemes on their jerseys.
Yeah, they do for sure. And I actually think the Lakers did really well with theirs this year. I like it. With the Lake Show. So yeah, I think that those are probably my top 3: Raptors, Lakers, Cavs. Raptors, Cavs, Lakers. If we want to go in order, but yeah. So we're gonna use we said we would do this once a week, just kind of keep everyone checked in. We probably won't go too in depth here, but just a quick check-in on the Charge, let you guys know what's going on there. They are 2-3. After their season opening win against the Mad Ants, they lost their next 3, but they did win on Tuesday against the Windy City Bulls, 129-118. Pete Nance, 27 points. Jacob Gilliard, 7 points and 13 assists. And Jules Bernard, 25 points and 10 rebounds. So great for those guys to get back on track. I'm telling you guys, they play at the Rock too. For a lot of their games, they play at the Wolfstein Center. If you're in the area and you've got $10, it's worth going to a G League game. You get to see really good basketball, and it's an awesome experience. And like I said, like the G League's there just because there's not enough spots for NBA teams. Those dudes can flat out play. So yeah, take some time to go down and check out the Charge if you can, or your local G League team. I know you're in Canton and they moved from Canton to Cleveland. So yeah, but I just want to make sure I get some shout outs there. The Amazon doc on the G League really, really opened my eyes a lot to what those dudes go through. So I wanted to make sure I give some cred there. So there's that. But let's get to the big conversation around Cleveland basketball that's not the Cavs here. And I know you and I have both deep dove into this today when the thing came out, and I want to talk about it. Yeah, JB, that's right. You are in Canton. I forgot about that. So JB worked with me at Lids for years. Like at one point, I think I was his manager. At one point, he was my manager. It was one of those kind of things where I kept going back and working part-time in the holidays. So he's my dog. That's my dude. So today, Dan Gilbert and the Cleveland organization, Rock Entertainment is the correct term. I don't have that right in front of me. Announced that Cleveland has now put a pledge in for a WNBA team. So you and I, we talked about this earlier, but I want to make sure we get our thoughts on the show. But not only, if you go to the website WNBAcleveland.com, you can sign up to kind of keep the word on the updates, which is really cool. But at the bottom of the website, there's a survey. And the survey legitimately says in there, is it important to you if we use the name the Rockers again? And the second question is it important to you as a fan if they use the same color scheme? So, Skylar, here's why I'm really excited about this. One, the WNBA, anyone who knows me knows I'll watch any and all basketball. I'll watch G League. I'll watch Overtime Elite. I'll watch anything. But I freaking love the WNBA. I went all in. I went to Fever games this year. I watched the whole playoffs. I think that's just like it's really, really underrated basketball. But the Cleveland Rockers were actually really good in the inaugural WNBA. They were really competitive. They played in a lot of playoff series. They didn't win a title, but they were really, really involved. Wayne Embry, former Cincinnati Royals great, was their GM. And so now the fact that not only do they want to kind of make this happen with the growth of the league, but they want to bring back the Rockers, which is like the coolest logo of all time.
It really is.
I am thrilled. I'm so excited that they want to get involved in this. And I think realistically, it's a no-brainer with how much the city has gotten behind the Cavs. Obviously, not just this year, but the last few years, but also the fact that Cleveland's such a passionate sports fan base for all their teams. I think this is a no-brainer. I think if you're the WNBA and you're looking at this expansion, and Portland's getting their team next year, the Rockers got to be a thing for sure. And we got the Valkyries starting this year in Golden State. So let's do it, man. Let's bring back the Rockers.
Yeah, I'm excited about it because, Cleveland is such a sports town.
Yes.
Between the Guardians, the Browns, the Cavs, obviously. And then goes even further to even the minor league hockey with the former Lumberjacks then they're now the Monsters. But we don't have any women's sports in such a sports heavy town. Yeah. So I love it. I hope that they kind of revive the franchise, not just start new. Like I want them to bring back all the old records, keep the old books.
Yep. I agree.
Similar to like when the Browns left Cleveland, the city got to retain the intellectual property so that when they started another franchise, the new franchise, all the records stayed.
Yeah, dude. And I think that it's just such like the way the WNBA is growing, the success they've had the last couple of years. This was the greatest WNBA finals of all time. And obviously Caitlin Clark, the eyes she brought onto the product and how they played. This is a win. This is for sure a win. And the fact that Dan Gilbert is the one who's like, nope, we want this. Let's go do it is incredible. And I'm so happy for Dan Gilbert to get his flowers. Not just because I know we all still laugh about the Comic Sans letter.
Yeah.
But everything he's been through personally, the fact that he kind of has this moment where like he's the owner in Cleveland, right? He's the guy. He's the one that everyone's like, this guy knows how to do it. And now he's like, let's bring back the Rockers, who are pretty beloved for the time. I know the WNBA was just really, really hard on money. I mean, the Houston Comets won the first 2 championships. They don't exist anymore.
Right.
So it's really awesome. I'm stoked, man. Let's make sure this happens. If you get a chance, so I'll make sure I pull the website up to make sure I have it 100% correct. It is WNBA Cleveland. Make sure. Yeah, WNBAcleveland.com. So you can go in there, you can sign up for the updates. Yeah, Rock Entertainment. And you can also take the survey at the bottom where it kind of specifically mentions the Rockers. I actually love that when you get on the website, it literally says, let's rock.
Yeah.
So You know they're leaning into it. Thank you, Dan Gilbert, for making this happen. Let's do it, guys. Let's do like the Cavs during the NBA season, and then we'll do the Rockers recap games as well.
Yeah,
Rockers
dude.
recap. That's a name right there.
That's a good one.
Right.
Yeah. I think Dan Gilbert is a good owner. Outside of the whole
For
LeBron leaving the first time, like he legitimately has been a good owner.
For sure.
Like he's tried to win. He's, not done wrong by anybody. Kind of keeps quiet, doesn't Jerry Jones it at all.
Yeah. That's true. And I've referenced the book Return of the King a couple times, Wendy's book. And the section where he talks about when LeBron and Dan Gilbert had their private meeting before he came back is like incredible. It's such a good story, and it's really, really fun to hear, like read about. And I think he does a really good job of honoring the Cavs history. So yeah, man, I'm with you. I think this is awesome. But hey, I think that we kind of hit on everything that we really wanted to tonight. But let's make sure real quick before we get out of here. I got to make mention one more time before Sunday. We are going to draw the winner on Sunday, but if you want to enter the contest to get this bad boy right here, this Evan Mobley rookie card, this PSA 9 Evan Mobley rookie card, be sure to send us a screenshot on Blue Sky or on X, whether it's at Blue Sky, it's bsscavs.bluesky, or on X at the block to stop. And you get up to 2 entries. So if you can show you're subscribed to the YouTube channel and on your podcast app of choice, that's all we need to see. You don't have to send us the whole thing like I'm listening to the show now. If you do, awesome. We definitely appreciate it. But Sunday, I will go ahead. I'm actually off Sunday, but I will get the winner to you and Kevin, and I'll get their contact information after the show. But please, if you guys want, this is awesome. And we're going to try to do some more of this stuff through the year because we're having fun our first year at the show, and we really appreciate all the support we're getting. New people in the chat tonight we haven't seen. That's really cool. We're really grateful for that. So let's keep this going. And I guess to paraphrase a thing we said earlier in the show, let's keep it rocking.
Hey, that's a way to tie it together. Way to have the callback.
That's what I do, buddy. That's what I do. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys again so much. Awesome night. Another Cavs win. A nice bounce back game after the Celtics game. On behalf of Skylar and Kevin, this is Tim Daniel. We'll be back Sunday night for the Raptors game. And we'll kind of get to that as well. And hopefully we're talking 17-1. So be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, your podcast app of choice, and screenshot and let us know so we can give you this Evan Mobley card. Take it easy, everybody.
Go Cavs.